and welcome to TMI Socials, where we take you through what's trending on socials. My name is Obi and Onanuga. First on the trending train today, the hashtag End Bad Governance in Nigeria has been trending on X, and the governor of Jigawa State, Umar Namadi, has asked Nigerians to consider the current economic hardship as a trial from God. So speaking at a town hall meeting in Dussi, the state capital, he said rather than resorting to nationwide protests, disgruntled citizens should seek divine intervention from God instead. Quoting him, he said, "There are many ways people could express their grievances. People are at liberty to display their grievances through protest under democratic dispensations, but it is not the most effective way to address the problem. The protest alone will not provide the solution. People should turn to God, repent, seek forgiveness and divine intervention on the challenges." So now we'll just go see how you reacted to this particular story. This user on X is saying the nation has clearly become a mockery. They have attempted various methods ranging from tribalism to putting us against each other. Now religion is a tool they wish to utilize to hinder our progress. This government is clearly fearful of the citizens and they are uncertain of what lies ahead. As long as it doesn't interfere with their own interests and those of the future generation, we declare that we have had enough. Okay, moving on to take more reactions. Imagine those in a position of trust and power. We need mental health evaluation results before the election. Okay, moving on to take more reactions. Governor Namadi's word may temporarily soothe the discontent, but the fire of discontent will continue to simmer beneath the surface. The people's patience is wearing thin, and soon they will demand more than just words and prayers. Okay, moving on to take more reactions on X. This user is saying, "This is a wrong narrative. Leave God out of this matter. Mr. Governor, is it the wish of God that a nation so blessed and enriched by God should suffer like this? You, the political class, have brought these pains on Nigerians. Accept the blame and find solutions. Don't mock God." Okay, moving on, this user on X is saying, "It is statements like this that cause anger and quarrels. Leave God out of the problems and solutions of Nigeria. What needs to be done is us taking responsibility for our faults and fixing up. You can't be saying this to people that have not eaten while you are enjoying brunch." Okay, moving on, Emmanuel on X is saying, okay, this Christopher is saying, "Wow, sat with this man sometime back in 2018 and was thinking he was a saint. But with real power comes great responsibility. But for this fellow, it's all about what I can grasp, just like his friend, the current Minister of Defense. How can you say such a thing?" And moving to our final reaction on this particular story, Emmanuel is saying, "They have used religion to keep you guys in bondage, and they will continue using religion to steal your resources. Hardship is attributed to the mismanagement and stealing of our common patrimony by thieves who find themselves in public office. It has nothing to do with God. Do not be deceived." Okay, away from that, moving on to our next story today. The Senate on Tuesday has passed the 2024 National Minimum Wage Amendment Act bill. Let's take a look at that video.
Scholars, a bill for an act to amend the National Minimum Wage Act 2019 and to increase the national minimum wage and reduce the time for periodic review of the national minimum wage from 5 years to 3 years and for related matters 2024. Third reading. Distinguished colleagues, a bill for an act to amend the National Minimum Wage Act 2019 to increase the national minimum wage from 30,000 to 70,000 and to reduce the time for periodic review of the national minimum wage from 5 years to 3 years and for related matters 2024. Third reading taken and passed.
go see how you reacted to that video. Alright, this user is saying, and the bag of rice is close to 100k, meaning you will work for a whole month for less than a bag of rice. So sad. Okay, moving on. Samuel on X is saying, see the way everything is going in a hurry just to stop the protest. Nigeria is a country where everybody is deceiving everybody. And Jide Ifeanyi on X is saying, that was fast. Nevertheless, the governors and the organized private sector should, as a matter of urgency, implement the new minimum wage immediately. Okay, moving on to take more reactions. Nigerians, though, wouldn't it be better if the minimum wage remained 30k with a better standard of living? This 70k doesn't change anything if the standard of living still remains the same or gets worse. I guess we deserve our leaders. See how happy people are over 70k. Okay, moving on to take reactions from Instagram. This user is saying 70k in this 2024, is it for tissue paper? Well, these are the issues. Moving on to still take reactions from Instagram. This user is saying, a very small win, but it may be something for corpers, the Federal University cleaners and sanitation workers. We go manage. And then moving on to our last reaction on this particular story today. The user is saying, this government doesn't value us. They quickly passed the minimum wage due to fear of protesters. Protest must happen to set things right. If you prefer to stay in your comfort zone and keep asking people for money urgently, instead of coming together to improve our country, you are missing the chance to make our nation better. Remember how they swiftly increase electricity tariff, remove fuel subsidies, hike food prices, make life unbearable while they rush to approve a presidential jet, and a yacht while we struggle to meet daily needs. Okay, and moving on, we are moving to our final story for today. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, has given the special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Obi and Onanuga, a 72-hour ultimatum to publicly apologize on 4 national newspapers and his verified X handle for his claims that Obi was behind the planned nationwide protest. So he also vowed to file a defamation libel lawsuit if Onanuga fails to apologize. And you guys, Onanuga actually came back to respond on X. And quoting his reaction on X, he said, I am still waiting for the letter from Peter Obi's lawyer threatening a 5 billion naira suit and demanding an apology to Peter Obi over the planned revolution. Let me just tell Obi and his lawyers, I am not afraid of any legal action. We shall meet in court. Okay, let's just go see how you reacted to this particular story. And Prosper on X is saying, everybody they find money for this country. Anybody will provoke me now, I will just take legal action with 5 billion naira compensation. Okay, moving on to take more reactions. The real Queen B on X is saying, Mr. Onanuga must come and prove his weighty allegations in the court of law. This is going to be a true test of the Nigerian legal system. Okay, moving on to take more reactions. I am Collins Okpara is saying, Peter Obi is the man for a public apology, and 5 billion naira in damages from Onanuga is a bold move to protect his integrity and hold accountable those spreading false allegations. It is about time someone stood up against the reckless allegations and defamation that plagued Nigerian politics. Okay, so I think this is where... Okay, I think we have one more reaction on this particular story. This is what he deserved. Mr. Obi and Onanuga is gaslighting the young people in the country. He's trying to cause trouble in the country. Nothing concerns Peter Obi in this matter. Nigerians are hungry. Nigerians are suffering. The government are just doing as they like. Leave Peter Obi out of this matter. Hunger and poverty doesn't know ethnicity or religion. Alright, so this is what we call it a wrap today on TMI Socials, but I have Tony here to react to any stories today.
Really interesting that they're talking about some of the couple of stories you have right there. I think the one almost for me has to go with the planned protest right there. Talking about
Nigeria has not been happy about the thing. I want to see the kind of situation where things have been done properly and where people can be able to achieve the desire of justice. Not the kind of situation where it will be hijacked. And also we've had experiences in the past where we have cases where people come in and block the protesters and we even attack them. We don't want that kind of scenario. Okay. And it will make a whole lot of sense. You get a situation where probably get the president coming to address the protester. That will send a lot of signals. I don't know. I hope that might be possible. Like it will be quite interesting to see that happen right here in Abuja and also probably in Lagos, where the president talking with the protesters beyond him addressing the public through nationwide announcement about this plan. And the spirit that which the Senate passed the bill is really massive right there. Really interesting right there, talking about what really went down right there. And I'm saying thank you to you for giving us this money and keep us on abreast with what's happening on the social media trends right there. That's going to be the size of the package for tonight, talking about this morning on ITV.